And it's another one bites the dust. Two sons are down. One to go. Good evening. Thank all of you for coming. Yeah, it's St. Patrick's Day.
Use the microphone.
And my son, I don't have an iPhone. I didn't know who this belongs to, what it is, me from an iPhone. My son looked it up, and there's only 4.5 million Irishmen in Ireland. But there's 120 million of them around the world. I think half of them are in Newark right now getting drunk. I've never seen so many green shirts on these college kids. Okay. First, some boring minutia.
Do you want some light?
Do I want a light? Yeah, put a spotlight on me. I like that.
Just a little bit.
6 years ago, I retired from Chrysler after 34 years.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
The retirement is great, but damn it, no one pays attention to me anymore.
You don't have to.
In fact, my wife Ann says, "What makes you think anyone listens to you before?" I hired half the people in here. I fired a few of them too. All right. The best part of what I'm doing right now is I have a captive audience.
We have a hall.
For those of you who don't know me, I have a tendency to embellish my stories and get somewhat emotional. So please indulge me and laugh at my jokes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Scott Ruohonen's Big Fish story.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The whole one.
Charles Ruohonen, born July 3rd, 1975 in Wilmington, Delaware. It was a hot summer night, or was it morning? After 20 plus hours of labor, I'm not sure what time it was. His mother finally gave birth to a 10-pound baby boy.
Oh, God.
Ann and I anguished over it was a big mother, and she's only 5'3" and weighs 100 pounds. Ann and I anguished over the name. She wanted to call him Scott Montgomery Ruohonen. Montgomery being Ann's maiden name.
We're not related, though.
Could they be kissing cousins?
Check that out on Ancestry.com.
She actually stole my punchline.
Pipe down, Montgomery.
By the way, I decided to play some background music during my speech. I could have played musical groups like Green Day or Fish, Scott's Fave, or even Motown, my choice. Instead, I chose that 60s icon and Grammy Award-winning balladeer, Mr. Bobby Goldsboro, singing everyone's favorite, Watching Scotty Grow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good night.
You like that, eh? Alright, back to the name. I wanted Charles Scott Ruohonen because Charles was named after his great-grandfather, who had 52 grandchildren, and Scott was the only one named after the grandpa. We finally decided to call him Scott with one Gaelic P. We were the typical new parents. Everything that Dr. Spock directed in raising a child. If his nipple from his bottle fell on the floor, we triple boiled it in hot water. The irony is, like most of us, when your next child is born, you just wipe the nipple on your sleeve. And any further children who drop the damn thing, you just let the dog lick it. and put it on the shelf to dry for the next time it's used. Sorry, Brian. Back to Scott. Through his youth, he was an overachiever in school. In the Boy Scouts, on his paper route, playing the trumpet and participating in soccer. As he grew older, soccer and academics became his primary focus. You know, I vividly remember coaching Scott at 6 years old at the YMCA soccer field. I hated that sport. Holding Sean in my arms while pushing Ryan up and down the sidelines in a stroller, trying to coach a sport I knew nothing about. I think they call that father-son bonding, don't they? Side note, Scott to this day will not let his food touch each other on his plate. These are separate from the mashed potatoes, and God forbid, don't let the buds touch the meat. But by the way, Scott also insisted his brother Sean eat at a different table because he was such a slob. Sorry, Sean. It should be noted that raising our 3 boys plus our nephew was no picnic at times. Ann would scream at all the boys to settle down. Jim would chase Scott, who in turn would chase Sean, who in turn would chase Ryan. Ann would yell for Skip, who stormed from the bedroom in his underwear, chasing all 4 boys, catching none of them, and they're all laughing as they run into the During high school, Scott went to work in a golf shop at the Newark Country Club. And to this day, the little white ball has been a passion in his life. Maybe that's why Rihanna and Scott live on the golf course. Off to college for the next 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 years. In fact, his brother Sean gave him a baseball cap that said, "College, the best 10 years of my life." Yes, he graduated with both his bachelor's and his master's. Quite an accomplishment. While in school, he worked for me at Chrysler Mopar during the summers, and for 10 years after as a supervisor at the Newark Assembly Plant. What I'm most proud of is all my sons worked for Chrysler at one time. Literally 3 generations of Chrysler employees. My dad, God rest his soul, worked for him, myself, and my 3 sons. Now let's talk about Scott's personality. Bear with me. The truth hurts. An expert in anal retention. Self-centered righteousness. Mostly shy and reserved in his demeanor. However, somewhat opinionated after 6 Yinglings and 4 shots of And again, same as Sean mentioned, then everyone is dude, and Dad, I love you. Fortunately, he didn't inherit the loudmouth and aggressive bullshitting of his own man. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to mention, Scott loves to sleep. And sleep. And sleep. Chances are, to this day, if he's not working, his head is under a pillow. You know, my mother always said if you have one friend in a lifetime, put them in the palm of your hand, squeeze them tight, and never let them go. Well, Scott has experienced several. However, there has been 2 key individuals close to Scott. Mike Bassett through Scott's college years, and Lee McKinney at Chrysler Assembly. Both of them are here today as groomsmen. Special thanks to you 2 guys for your sincere friendship and support of Scott. acknowledge some of Scott's other special guests from long distance here tonight. From Michigan, Uncle Archie, the patriarch of the Montgomery clan in Ann Arbor. Johnny and Marie Montgomery, you don't have to clap. Danielle, Julia, Holly Montgomery. And from the other side of the ocean, or they say the pond, they do say the pond, don't they? We have cousin Eleanor from Newcastle, England.
Oh, yeah.
Introductions are also in order for Scott's immediate family. His two younger brothers, Christian Sean and Christopher Ryan, both are groomsmen. His other senior brother, our nephew James Montgomery. The daughter we never had, our niece Maggie Montgomery Oglesby. Scott's beloved godmother Linda Dash. And last but certainly not least, my loving bride of nearly 38 years, Ann Law Montgomery. Not to embarrass my wife, but to this day, the support, guidance, and patience Ann has given our family has been amazing. Just amazing. By now it seems inevitable that Scott would marry a Montgomery. Brianna, from the deepest part of our heart, both Scott's mother and I, thank you for joining our family. I told you at the beach 2 summers ago, you were the best thing that ever happened to Scott, and I mean that sincerely.
Oh.
In closing, Archie, am I past the 20 minutes? In closing, let me quote when my youngest son Ryan toasted to Scott and Rihanna last night at the rehearsal. 2 soulful spirits met at Kildare's on March 17, 2010, and now on March 17, 2012, they are one. Rihanna and Scott, please come to the center of the dance floor. And will the rest of the audience please stand and give this new bride and groom a loud, glorious ovation? Now that I have all of you standing, let's get everybody on the dance floor and get this damn party started. This is DJ Steve! Give me some Bruno Mars! Hit it!